How are you doing? Hello, everyone. If you're here for the very first time, welcome. Anyone who has made up their minds to live where they are and move to another city just for this holiday period, or for anyone who sees themselves traveling for business, for work, for anything you will do, and you will be staying in a hotel. This one, where have you decided to travel to? Hey, please draw your chair closer, because there are little things we take for granted when we travel that I want to whisper into your ears, especially because times like this, germs and bacteria, they fly left, right, center. Before, they will fly and hold themselves one angle, but now they fly and then they mutate and form something else. Check out the Ebola. We know how it happened, when it happened. We know how it spread so fast. We also know how it was contained miraculously and thankfully in Nigeria. And then we had the corona. But hey, let me not dampen your spirits at all. It's the season to be jolly. But I have to come to you with jolliment and cautionment, if there's anything like that. There are so many things you can do to keep yourself and your family safe during this period. So many families have mapped out like 2 or 3 vacation places, vacation sites to visit. I've written 10 things down, and the very first one is immediately you step into a hotel, the first thing that should come to your mind is to sanitize. We know that the handles of things might have been touched and grabbed on. A lot of people who have slept in that room, passed through that room, must have touched and grabbed. Most places that pick up germs on the human body, like we know, are the fingertips. And so when you enter a room, the handle of things, your remote control, the remote of the television, because sometimes once we get into the hotel, we're so tired, we want to fling our bags, our boxes, and then we drop dead on the bed and go on the channel, the television, to know if there's something to calm ourselves. And that's all nice. It's good to relax and let your head down. But before you do that, especially if you're traveling with children, because these little ones, once they touch anything, they are putting in their mouth, and that's one of the fastest ways that you don't want to spread the germs that you don't want to spread. Please feel free to sprinkle a lot. Go with a tissue, kitchen towel tissue, like about 2 or 3 rolls of it, because you will need it in mass. Please, once you step into the room, the door handle, especially the one inside the room, the faucets, the edges of things, try as much as you can, no matter how tired you are, to quickly wipe everything down, so that you will sanitize as much as you can. Trust me, we know that cleaners come in, but most times they find ways to cut corners. You can imagine a hotel room with 100 rooms. The list will be like around 30 rooms. So most times they have so many other things to do, and then you see them cutting corners, finding ways to clean these hotels fast. Sometimes if you enter into a hotel, tell me if I'm lying, you will step into a hotel room, I go as far as going with hypo, bleach of any type you want, because bleach has a way of bleaching things out and toning, removing that smell as fast as possible. You wipe the toilet seat, you wipe it down. Make sure everybody washes their hands immediately they get into the room. Little things like that. At least as you are tired, don't pick dirt and germs from foreign bodies and inject them unknowingly, because most times straight from the airport you find yourself going to a fast food to pick food, so that once you get to the hotel and you guys are relaxing, the first thing you do is to jump on the food. Please, as you are showering, someone should make sure that the sanitizing things, anywhere that the kids will touch, the counters and all of that. So my second point is find ways to optimize space. Of course, your luggages are everywhere. Most times, if I travel, I go with the least I will, because you'll be trying not to overpack so that the load will not be too much. So the least I go, everybody has a box at least, so that there won't be confusion. when you want to sort out what to wear. So it's usually a lot this period. Traveling period, vacations is usually a lot. And so at the least, I will say I travel with 4 or 5 boxes depending on the convenience of where I'm going to. So let's say you have traveled with a lot of boxes, you find these boxes littered everywhere. And once you get into the room, your children, especially if they are younger, they are running helter skelter, moving everywhere to see the room that they will be spending some days in. You know, children, they run around, hey, daddy, come and see the toilet, he has a golden shower, something like that, you know. And so they are running everywhere. Make sure you optimize the space, remove things as much as you can, make sure that, you know, you keep the walkway clean and clear. If you're traveling with toddlers, they can walk and doodle on whatever you've kept on the walkway. Ada till you know my own, I will talk about caution and safety. So once you move in and you sanitize, everybody's tired, we know. You have boxes everywhere, we know, backpacks everywhere. Please make use of the wardrobe. And at this time, I believe you must have sanitized the wardrobe. I started with sanitizing for a reason, because I want to believe that once you enter the room, the first thing that comes to your mind should be, hey, let me get every unknown germ or every unknown bacteria out of the way first of all. And then you can now begin to think of how to unpack the bags, how to bring out things for shower, and then you put all the things away in the closet. Let things just go in there and rest for a bit. Get what I mean? So after you have showered, depending on how long your journey has been, most times you just want to lie down and sleep. And you find that sometimes if you're a very light sleeper, you don't sleep very fast. You find that you will be rolling and tossing. Some people, their bodies, does not just switch and change overnight. And I'm like that. My bowel system will be tight for how many days? My sleeping system will be messed up for how many days, depending on how long the journey is. So you would want to switch off the light, because most hotels, the switch control is not from your end. You won't find it in your room, you won't find it anywhere around you. So if you are in that kind of situation, just use a towel to cover the lights. Make sure everywhere is as dark as possible, because when the lights are off, you find that the body tries to relax a little bit more. Hey, these dogs. But the point is, when you find that you cannot control the lights from your end, and you have the AC lights on, the room lights on, all those blinking lights and everything, just use the curtain, use something to close up the curtains, make the room as dark as possible. You will relax it, your nerves will be relaxed a little bit better and faster, and you can easily fall asleep, because that sleep on that first night that you have journeyed all the way, that sleep, trust me, all important, all very, very important. Travel with your towel, because some hotels do not give new towels. And so there was this time that people were saying, please, if I go to a hotel, I take the towel because I paid for it. I wouldn't want the towel I used to be behind for someone else to use. And we are not going to delve into all of that right now, because that's a different topic on its own. My point is, if you are extreme, bring your own towel, yeah. But if you're not and you want to rely on the towel from the hotel, please make sure the towel you're using is a brand new towel. You have to be the very first person to use this towel. On the other angle, if the towel is a general towel that has to be washed, and please inquire to use a brand new, well-washed one. Inspect the towel. Let it not be the one you see hanging there, and you see it because it's hanging there, you're using it. Call the concierge, call whoever, tell them to change that particular towel. Make sure and get what they at least inspected. Let it smell, have that smell, freshness, scent, aroma, whatever. The world we live in today, bacteria have found ways to mutate and graduate and develop strong back and grow and jump from one human to the other, in that the antibiotics this person drank to kill the bacteria is not gonna work again on you. So you have to find ways to protect yourself. So no matter how clean you think the room looks, there is always a bacteria, a germ, something just locking away somewhere. And like we know, when I speak of contamination, it can be from us humans, it can be from pets. You know that there are some people who also travel with their pets. You don't know if the room you have been in had been occupied by someone who has a pet, or so you can never really tell. This may not be valuable to everyone, but it is important to state it here also. If you're traveling with toddlers, with children who cannot really take care of themselves to an extent, try to baby proof. If you have hyperactive children, try to always keep them away from the windows. There are some high-rise hotel rooms that you can easily access the corridors, the verandas. Make sure that these verandas are closed. It's all fun and nice when you come out at night to see the lights of the city and feel the fresh air. Once you are done, come inside with your children, with your family. Lock the door between, most times is this slide glass doors, and then you can walk out and have a view of the city. Make sure that they are where you will see them 247, because these children are adventurous. They will definitely want to go out to the veranda themselves too. Why? Because they've seen that they do it. Please try to baby proof the edges of the consoles, because some of these hotels are so decorated to suit adults, right? They have nothing that will pander to children in most of these places. If it's possible to move these consoles out of the way, please move it out of the way, because you find that the children, out of excitement for coming to a new place, they will be all over the place, and from jumping or you can probably not go for rooms with sharp things that are sharp. Some rooms, they will leave knives. Some rooms have a compartment kind of feel to it. They will leave knives and electric things all over the place. Please try to remove the knives, try to remove any harmful thing, just as anything that comes to your mind as baby proof. Just remove. Make sure that you are where you can, always around your children, where you can have an eye on what they are doing at every particular point in time. Your dirty clothes, a lot of people forget to carry laundry baskets or laundry waterproofs or anything that you want to keep your dirty clothes. So some people fold back the dirty clothes and put in their boxes. If you do that, then what's the point of all the sanitizing you did in the first place? Get a laundry basket, travel with it, travel with this laundry bag, and once you pull out the clothes you are wearing, especially on that day of the journey, put these clothes into this laundry basket, into this laundry bag, into this waterproof. Let all the dirty clothes be in there. In case you cannot go out without wearing your undies, try to wear disposable pants, because I don't see why that very first day you're traveling, you're carrying pants to wash. I am not feeling the washing pants thing, but to each his own. If that is what you are most comfortable with, disposable pants are not that expensive. They are between the range of 2,000 to 2,500 for a pack of 6. Between the range of 2,000 to 3,000. You are as comfortable as anything. It comes in different sizes. You can also get as much as possible for the course of the time you will stay for the travel. If you are bothered about how these dirty items will smell, because when you heap up dirty items for a while, it smells, find out if the hotel has a laundry service. You can put some odor repellents into these bags to keep them smelling okay, smelling fresh, until you are able to wash off some. So my next point is basically extra caution, extra care, extra extra. Some people go with baking powder. Yes, I know you probably be hearing it for the first time, But some people go with baking soda. Yes, that baking soda that we bake with. You sprinkle it on the bed. It has the ability to remove odor, so that you sprinkle on the mattress. Ask for a change of bed sheet. Like I said, this point is about if you are extra. And to add to it, do not keep your brush on the panel of the brushing sink, yes, of the faucet, around anywhere you have brushed. Let some air touch the bristles of the brush. So the safe thing to do is to have a disposable cup with you, and you drop your toothbrushes in it so it stands on its own, away from the body of the brushing sink. If you are a coffee head like me, please pack your own. It is important to remember that the small sachet coffee they give you in here in Nigeria, most hotels will not do for you. That's if you're a coffee head, because this coffee helps with your bowel movement. For someone like me, like I mentioned sometime in this video, my tummy system, my bowel system locks up. Give it 2 or 3 days, it is trying to understand where has this auntie traveled to. So to get it working as fast as possible and get myself relaxed and comfortable, because I came on a vacation to relax, I jumpstart my whole body, my whole system with coffee. And so if you are that type of person, coffee is the thing for you. If you need your bowel to move, hot coffee will do it for you. I am making plans to use the utensils you have met in the room. Rinse with hot water. Basically rinse all that you can with hot water, and rinse the spoon. Rinse, because most times those spoons have been there, they've not been used for a while. If you are traveling with teenagers, and they may seem to be able to cater for themselves, but they still need that parental guidance and watch around them, so it's advisable to get a room, an adjoining room. Don't put them in 208 and you are in 107. It is no brainer that the world we live in today, especially things with the things that happen around us, security should be top notch no matter whatever we do. Final and most important point on this one is, do not keep your suitcases on the bed. Let's say you have moved from Lagos to Dubai to where else, Qatar, or you have moved from one bus station to another bus station. You have jumped and changed buses, or from one train station to another. And so these your boxes have you've dragged them all through these stations. You have, at some point, those marshals will help you drag. You are now coming into the room where you are supposed to lie down and rest. You will carry that box that has all the dragging on it, and you put it on the bed just because you want to unpack. The advisable thing to do is to come with to have a spare bed sheet with you. Call it wrapper, anything, just a piece of cloth where you will spread out and keep these boxes before you unpack. Please do not keep your boxes directly from dragging it from the airports and bus stations straight on your bed. It is also important to wipe down these boxes, the handles where others have held, where you too have also touched. Just wipe down before you grab to keep on that piece of cloth and you unpack. Trick is, I am introducing all of us to the use of luggage tags. Try to put a box tag. They are colorful, they are fancy, they are not in your way. There are ways you can easily spot, okay, that's my bag, especially if your bag is not that unique, or and then it doesn't have any unique feature, because you find that most of these bags, we all have them, we all have the same color. Somebody somewhere has the same color as you do, and it doesn't take anything most really to have a bag tag, a box tag, a luggage tag, and cut short that time that you have to wait in line to scramble and see if you can find your luggage, and and at extreme cases your luggage might probably get missing. And these tags has come in bright colors, different designs. They come, they don't stay in your way, they just you attach them just by the side of your box, because some of them have spaces where you write your name just in case your luggage gets missing. It can easily be traced down to the owner. And yes guys, everybody needs a helping hand in these things. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for coming on this one with me, and stay blessed. Thank you and bye.